The other day I was talking to my son about animals, and he was telling me about predators. And I asked him, what's a predator? And he said, a predator is an animal that eats other animals for food. I said, well, not really, that's not all a predator is. A predator is just an animal that picks from the larger group of animals. It just picks away at them. And he asked me what I was talking about. And I told him to look at a wolf, for example. A wolf does not want to fight all the deer in the forest, because there are far more deer than there are wolves. The lion, the king of the jungle, does not rule over the ants. The ants rule themselves because they stick together. My point is, no predator, regardless of how strong they may seem, no predator wants a challenge. They don't want to take on the entire herd because there's power. There's so much power in the group. Okay, so a long time ago there was a predator, which is pretty much just a bully, someone who wants someone to do something for them. This bully wanted work done in America. And they didn't want to do the work themselves, so they found a group of people. Of course, those people were people as well. The bully knew this, but the bully wanted this group of people to work for them. And so they went back to their own community and said, look how different these savages are. We need to cultivate their strength and get them to work for us, because on their own they'll corrupt the world. And so we need to keep them here to teach them something. And there's a reason that slavery wasn't set up in Africa. Nobody wanted all that smoke. The thing that predators do is take a few away from the tribe until the tribe is no more. And that's what happens. And so this group was pointed out as so different that something had to be done about them. Now this is all rubbish, what I'm saying, because we're all the same. But predators don't want you to know that you are the same as the group. They want to exclude you and say, you are different from the group, so we can attack you. That's what predators want to do. So as you can see, humans are very much animals with predators that try to separate people and show that it's okay to attack a certain group because it's different from everyone else. So the first one to actually believe that there is an inherent difference between themselves and the group is, of course, silly, and also the first racist, the first bigot, the first sexist, the first hate monger. Being different doesn't exclude anyone from anything. It does in our society, but it shouldn't. That is wrong. To say that because you are different, we should not include you in what we are doing. That's predatory behavior. And those people that believed this and exhibited this predatory behavior and kept on pointing out these differences, taught them to their children and their children's children. So if we have people like that today, racist and close-minded people, it's not their fault. It's what they were taught. It's all they know. They don't know that we're actually all in one tribe, which is what predators want. But we still do it, don't we? People have a longing for the bigger group. People donate at their churches, and these people cheer on their favorite sports teams, and people support their families. We all want to support a group, but predators like to limit the size of our groups. So they don't want us to feel that we're all one, because that's a lot of power. How much support do you give to your support group? Imagine if everyone that you don't like were actually supporting you, if they were working with you, then your life would be a lot easier. But instead we try to outsmart each other and get around each other to avoid each other, when that's what predators want. Okay, think about it. Take dogs, for example. We, as humans, predatory people, took a few wolves away from the wild. They didn't want to get all the wolves in the forest, so they just took a few and they brought them to their own village. And they tied the dogs up and they taught them how to stop acting like dogs and how to act more like accessories for people. The bullies, the predators, said, "This is your animal. You can have it. You can have this. You are better than this. You are not an animal." And really, less than a blink of an eye ago, we were all apes. So yes, we are animals, but we took animals, so we are animals taking animals and saying, "This is now your animal. You can do whatever you want to it. And you can treat it well or you can mistreat it. Doesn't really matter. But just don't let them gather." It's dangerous to have a pack of dogs. We don't want them forming packs, because if they were to form a pack that was too powerful, predators don't like that. They don't like threats. They don't like challenges. And a pack of dogs would be a challenge to humans. You know, I was just thinking, if all the dogs under some kind of magical spell were to one day run to the center of the United States, all the dogs in the entire country were to all go to one place. They wouldn't need to bite anyone, to bark or anything like that. They would just need to go to the center of the United States. There are a lot of dogs in the United States. There would be no stopping that. And they would all be there in the center. And they would form a dog tribe, or like a dog pack. And that would be the most massive pack the world has ever seen. And they would just be saying, "This is Dogland in here. And if you do anything to any of us, then we will swarm on you." To say, "No, this is not happening." A predator would attack them a few at a time to separate the group. But if this group was tight, I mean, sharks don't like to mess with dolphins because dolphins stick together. If you attack one of them, they all swarm on you to say, "No, this is not happening." And imagine if all the women in the world were to form a tribe to support and to protect women. So all the negativity, all the hatred, all the discrimination against women is on the outside. We do not accept that. And so if you want to deal with any woman in the world, you have to align with this. Because if you don't, I could see a woman, sitting in a building somewhere, and someone going up to her, angry, saying, "Hey, you're a woman and I don't like you," and this, that, and the third, and like just being disrespectful to her, and her going, "Whoa, excuse me, who runs the world?" And all the women in the world just like swarming on that location to say, "Girls," and like the person just being like blown away, and then like the woman going, "Shh, carry on," and they would just have nothing to say. Imagine a solid wall of resistance against all negativity. That would be powerful. That would be unstoppable. If dogs did it, if women did it, if the LGBTQ community did it, but all of these labels are just further instances of predatory behavior. What is one tribe that unites us all? Well, that's the tribe of peace, isn't it? There's no one that, other than predators. I mean, predators don't want peace, but all non-predators want peace. That's something that we can all align under. We're working towards peace, that's it. That's a standard that everyone wants to maintain. And predators will put us in positions where we cannot maintain peace. We cannot maintain fairness, but there's enough food in the world to feed everyone. There are enough hands to build enough houses to house everyone. There is enough knowledge to cure everything, to do everything, if we're all moving towards peace. But predators will tell us that we're not supposed to do that. If dogs could meet in one place to form a tribe, to form a pack, then humans can meet. In November, SGI is hosting a festival. You know, I'm thinking there are far more than 50,000 people who want peace. I mean, isn't that what we all want? To meet and say, I am not allowing any negativity in here. I think that's the best thing that I can see. To join with other people who want peace and say we're not allowing any of that other stuff in here, because that's predatory behavior, and this is my tribe, not just this time but from now on. I'm not going to do anything for predatory behavior. I'm only going to do things for peace and for everyone's prosperity. That's powerful. I'm already a part of the tribe of peace and love, but if you're not, then you're always welcome. When we do that, when we stand together and say this is the place of peace and love, then we turn around and look to see that our world has changed. Your world is different if you surround yourself with peace and love. That's how you change your world. That's how you change the world. Yeah, that's it. What do you think? Alright, so what do you think?
Well, that video was great.
Vous êtes tranquillité.